Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and the Sports Chat Place YouTube channel. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. I want to give guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the Drive-Thru, Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who'll be on the show for today. All right, we got James Clark with us. Rod Zawacky. We got Chris Ruffalo, Alex Smart. Tony Brown had to leave the room, but he's with us. We got Ninos and we got Shane and Mickle. He must have heard the morning show when I mentioned Rod, because I couldn't stop laughing on his promo. Maybe we'll get a duplicate today. All right, let's take a look at how the lineup for today. Smart, Brown, Ninos, Mickle, Ruffalo, Clark, Zawacky, and then I will close this one out. All right, Chris. I was watching this game with Wisconsin-Houston. Wisconsin up to a 40-20 lead. A little run here by the Cougars.
Yeah, it's just been an absolute mess for Houston. This one, Wisconsin just taking it to the rim at will, and they're just not giving Houston anything to work with. So it's going to be a long night for Houston Cougars, I think.
Sounds that way. All right, let's go ahead and let's get this show started. Let's go ahead and welcome Alex Smart to the show. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium, where he does fantastic work. Take a look at his NFL for this season. It's been smoking hot. Alex, what's going on?
We're getting ready for all kinds of basketball, and it's just going to get heavier as the schedule. And we got college football coming up. Man, it's been a crazy month.
Yeah, I got college football. We got some action tonight, and tonight we'll be looking at this NBA game here at 10 Eastern Time. As the Trailblazers will be hosting the Nuggets here. Portland here laying 6.5, total 215.
Well, you just look at the line. The lines makers got to do their work based on the data provided. In Denver and Portland, obviously, are at the two opposite ends of the proverbial performance spectrum right now. The NBA is a funny animal, and funny animal to handicap, I should say. And it's interesting to know, just from looking at this game from a league perspective, it's interesting to see that road teams like Denver, after failing to cover the spread in 3 or more consecutive games, Denver's failed to cover the spread 4 straight times, actually, but 3 or more consecutive games against an opponent after successfully covering the spread 3 or more consecutive games, like Portland has. That team that is supposed to be on the downside here is a 70% winner over the last 5 years, 54-23 ATS. So from a league-wide perspective, Denver might have an edge. But now let's go to the actual play here on the floor, which is the most important thing. Nikola Jokic is supposed to play tonight, but we will see. He is questionable at this point, and some are saying if he plays, it would be less than 100%. So I really doubt they're going to throw him out there very much if he does play, but that's not important here for me. I think what we're going to see is Denver's defense pick up a little bit here, and they do match up well from a style perspective in my power rankings, and I really do like Denver to get the cover here. They have won 10 of the last 14 matchups over the last few seasons, and here in Portland, they've come up with straight-up wins for the last 6 visits. So tonight, we're going to take some points, and we're going to go with contrarian selection with Denver.
All right, we've got the play here from Alex Martin is going Denver here, plus 6.5. All right, Chris, looking at this one, of course, Jokic with that wrist injury. At least it's a wrist. It's not a lower body or lower leg injury, knees or anything like that. It's a wrist injury, so he can run up and down the court, maybe provide somehow for him if he goes.
Yeah, and I think that there. I was going to say something was going on with my microphone. I definitely think that, as long as Jokic is on the floor, he's always going to be an impact. You never want to use the word decoy with a player like Nikola Jokic, but, as long as he's a body out there, he's going to take away one of the better players for the Blazers. And an interior presence, I think it's safe to say that he's going to be, especially against a Blazers team that's struggled to find continuity in the paint over the last few years. I like the Nuggets with the points as well. They're still playing great defense. So give me the Nuggets, potentially a bit on the money line.
All right, we got Nuggets here, plus 6.5 against Portland Trailblazers. This one here has a start time of 10 Eastern Time over on NBA League Pass channel. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. Boy, Alex is doing fantastic work here. Look at this, 931 units of profit in the NFL. That's all documented. So if you go to Pick Dogs Premium, check out Alex's profile page. You'll see every play he's released. It's graded immediately. We got card tonight here, 4 from the NFL. We got some action going on. Big card college basketball. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, we've got some college basketball. I've got some primetime action, NBA action tonight too, and an important totals game, a totals bet, I should say, with the Detroit and LA Lakers. Got some value on that line.
All right, guys, get on board here with Alex Smart over at Pick.com. You see the numbers here, 931 units of profit, doing fine work over there at the site. He's also showing profit in college basketball for this season. You'll find single plays tonight from college basketball, his college basketball late steam side, as well as a couple from the NBA. But right now, the best value right now is that 7-day all sports pass. Get all of Alex's plays for 7 days. Of course, we're right into the holiday period here. We got 3 NFL games here on Thursday. We got the big card on Sunday. So a good time to get that 7-day all sports pass. You get all of Alex's plays from week 13 college football. We got a lot of games here, 20 this week during the week and 45 on the weekend. Then we've got NBA. We've got college basketball as well from Alex Smart. So get on board with Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs Premium. You can add a second capper with your 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Alex, as always, great having you show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you in a couple days.
Okay, guys. Take care. See you soon.
All right. Alex Smart here on the drive through. Let's continue our coverage here with Chris joining me today. We're going to go ahead and go. Well, we've got the big game coverage today. 1 versus 2, UCLA and Gonzaga. We're going to go to Las Vegas, Nevada, and welcome Tony Brown. He's right in the middle of it. The Maui Classic is over in the Maui tournament is over in Las Vegas this week. So let's bring in Tony today. Tony, how's it going? You're on mute.
How's you guys doing out there?
Doing great, doing great. I know the people in Hawaii don't want that tournament back, Tony.
Yeah, jealous. I'm going to send you guys some pictures later on, you and Chris, to the phone or whatever. I'm going to that game. I can't believe that we got that out here. Number 1, number 2, the rematch from the game of the year last year. That's unbelievable.
Actually, it's right not down Maui. My bad. That's not the Maui tournament. My bad. It's another tournament. But anyway, UCLA here facing Gonzaga. It's the big one on ESPN. Gonzaga here going to lay 7, total 156.
Yeah, it's that San Rim tournament or something like that. But either way, it's the game that I'm going for. And we got to take UCLA points in this one. I'm not really a big, revenge factor capper. But after how they were broken last year and they're reaching all 5 starters, these guys had that game circled. I mean, Gonzaga was the most winningest team ever. Their 40-game win streak. Nobody expected UCLA to do anything. And literally into the last second, they had them. A buzzer beater, a half-court buzzer beater at that for good, and they beat UC Advance. Like I said, I couldn't imagine LA having more than any one game circle this year, and this is it. I think they're going to run this one out right. As a capper, of course, I'm going to take the 6 points. Anytime you can get points, you might as well take them. But Gonzaga only returns 2 starters from that team. 3 of the guys left to the NBA. They do have the 7-footer Timmy, and, that's like having a left-hander in baseball. Like, he's going to be a factor. All 5 of the guys from that losing team, that heartbreaking buzzer beater, are coming back. They're going to do all they can again tonight. So I think UCLA wins on the money line. We're going to sprinkle a little something on the money line, but a nice size bet on the 6 points.
All right, well, Tony got another point because the line moved to 7. So you got UCLA plus the 7 against Gonzaga in this one. All right, Chris, some say UCLA cost Gonzaga the tournament game because they pushed Gonzaga so hard in that semifinal. They had nothing left when they got pounded by Baylor. But UCLA, our experienced team, they are shooting the ball well this year to start the season.
Yeah, and like Tony said, I think that continuity is a big part of this because it's not just 1 or 2 players coming back. It's pretty much the entire starting 5 from a pretty good UCLA team that, yes, they had the 11 seed last year and went on a run, but still a really good team. I think that shows you why they're number 2 this season, just how good that team actually is. But, I talked to Tony T about this before we went on the air, and Tony, I want to ask you, how much do you factor in, revenge, or do you have like certain spots where you weigh it more heavily than others? Like tonight, we're talking about a UCLA team that, brings back, like you said, their entire starting 5 looking for revenge against a big part of the team that knocked them out of the Final Four last year.
To Tony Brown, I think. To Tony Brown. I already answered that question.
I'm sorry. Like I said in the beginning, we got to give me a nickname too. This double Tony thing is not going to work. Tony, that's right. I don't really cap revenge factor as a thing. I think teams always give their best. They always want to beat someone. And anytime you play someone twice, it's just one of those things. It's hard to beat the same team twice. So, like, people say it's revenge, but Like, I don't know. I think you should be giving it your whole time. UCLA, they got beat at the buzzer, so they were trying to beat Gonzaga then. They're going to try to beat them now. A motivation factor. Is there an extra motivation factor? Sure, since they put them out, but revenge, not so much.
Yeah, I think both teams are motivated. And as I told Chris, I think some of the overused terms that we hear are look-ahead spots and revenge, right? How many times have we heard this look ahead?
And locks. Whenever they say someone's a lock, for sure it's over. Yeah.
But I just think the look ahead is. I think coaches are smart to that now because don't look ahead, and as everyone now knows to be in the now, look in the now. All right, so Tony Brown on UCLA +7 against Gonzaga. This is the game of the night, game of the week, 10 Eastern time over on ESPN. Dick Vitale will be in this. We'll have the call on that one. I was reading a story about Dick Vitale. Wish him good health. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs PM tonight. We got a good action night, 4 big games from the NBA. We got a nice college basketball card, 2 action. Look at you here, past 7 days, over 1,000 units of profit fully documented over at Pick Dogs PM, showing profit from yesterday over at Pick Dogs PM. Also showing profit in college basketball, showing profit in NHL. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, man, we had a good week. We got 1,000 units this week. We're looking to keep capitalizing on that. It's handicapper Christmas, as they say. You don't have to stress out trying to pick so many games just in one league and trying to, turn profit. Couple hockey games, couple couple college basketball, couple pro football, couple college football. Now we up to 10 picks. It's, 2 of the best games from each league, and the profit shows for itself. We've been picking the best games, but from all 5 leagues, so we're averaging 10 plays every day, and we're winning them, though. It's not like we're just selling them or I'm just picking games because they're there. We're winning these games. So tonight we got a 3-pack from all the sports, from the NHL, from college basketball, and from pro basketball. You can get them individually, or you can get my Tuesday triple play and bang your bookie 3 times over.
That's right, guys. Got on board here with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs. You see the numbers here. 1,010 units of profit over the last 7 days. That is fully documented on the site, so you can verify that by going to the Pick Dogs premium site and visit Tony's profile page. The picks are graded immediately, so you can see all the results there, fully transparent. Tonight over at Pick Dogs premium, Tony Brown has his plays for you right now. He's got his Tuesday triple play, his best 3 plays tonight. He goes college basketball, NBA, and NHL. Get on board with that. Affordable pricing, just $30. And of course, you can take those winnings, go long term with Tony. That 7-day all sports pass is a fantastic value right now. Get his week 12 NFL. We're getting 3 games here on Thursday on Thanksgiving. You'll get his NFL Sunday, NFL Monday. Of course, all the college football games. We got 20 games during the week, 45 on Saturday. It's a huge card from college football. So get on board with Tony Brown. And of course, we don't want to forget about those NBA and college basketball games as well, and NHL from Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs Premium. You can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Tony, as always, great having you show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you in a couple days.
All right, man. I always appreciate having me, and I'll see you in a couple days.
Tony Brown here on the drive-through. Let's continue here with our coverage. We're joined by Chris. Hey, a reminder to you guys out there, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. Of course, it all gets started with that morning show. That morning show starts at during the week at 11 a.m. Eastern time with Mitch. You got Joe Madden. We got Rod Zawacky. We got Brian Biller. And that YouTube members VIP. What a fantastic value. All linked below. Get signed up. We'll have Rod on a little later. He'll give you more information about it. And of course, as always, guys, we always ask for help. Help us build up our audience with your help. Those likes, those thumbs up really help us out, Chris.
Absolutely, Tony. They do. We can't ever let everybody. We can't tell everybody enough. How much they really help us, because at the end of the day, YouTube takes those seriously, and you guys are the ones we do this for. And when you tell YouTube that you like what we're doing, well, they make sure that they notice. So definitely keep those likes, those thumbs up coming in, because like Tony always says, we appreciate love and support. And to let you guys know how much we appreciate it, we did it yesterday, so let's do it again today. 175 likes. I got a 4-game college hoops parlay for you guys tonight.
Wow.
You guys definitely want to take advantage of this tonight. You don't even have to play it as a parlay. You can play any combination. You can round robin, play them straight, whatever. But 4 plays on the board that I love for tonight. 175 likes, and they're yours.
175 likes. Let's go with those likes, those thumbs up coming in. That 4-game parlay from Chris Ruffalo. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's go all the way to Florida, Tampa area. Welcome El Ninos to the show. El, what's going on? I need you. You're on mute. You're still on mute, El. Oh, let's see what he's doing here. We'll see if we can get him.
Better now?
Now it's better now. It's better now. All right, Al. We're going to the NBA, into your state. The Heat will be on the road here to face the Pistons. The Pistons without Stewart. He's got to serve a 2-game suspension. Got a little rowdy there. Went Terry Funk on everyone. Heat here going to be on the road laying 9 at total 2, 8.5.
No, and they were actually up 12 points in that game against the Lakers before Stewart got ejected. Obviously, it's hard to maintain a lead like that when you lose a player of that caliber and your opponent's just losing LeBron. But he'll be back soon enough. Obviously, not for this one, but and we're getting a few more points because he's out anyway. So I'll gladly take those. The Pistons are obviously one of the worst teams in the league, but they've been playing a little better lately. As I mentioned, they were up in that game. They only lost by 5. Sorry, they lost to the Warriors by 3, and then lost to the Lakers by 5 in their last one. They had beat a underperforming but still very talented Pacers team by 9 3 games ago, and I just think they're actually trying to play some basketball now, and actually not as bad as the start of the season. The Heat came in here with some question marks. I was hoping Bam Adebayo wouldn't be playing, but it looks like he's good to go. They still have Duncan Robinson and Tucker as a game time decisions. So again, if they do play, don't think they'll be 100%, and we're still getting 10 points here with the home team. So I'll take a shot with Detroit to keep this one somewhat competitive and keep it in single digits for us.
Al says 10 points. Yeah, we have seen a line move here in some of the books now to the Miami Heat minus 10. So if you do your shopping, you get the Pistons here at plus 10. All right, Chris. Yeah, this is an injury game, no doubt, with Robinson and Tucker. There are 2 starters there on the Heat, but the core players for the Heat are Lowry, Butler, and Adebayo. They're going to play, and they're healthy in this one.
Yeah, and that's that was the concern I had with the Heat, is because it hasn't really seemed to matter who the Pistons play, who they're up against, who they're not up against, and it's just been tough for the Pistons and tough sledding at that this season. So, it's hard for me to get behind the Pistons. I think I'll get value with them down the road. Yeah, 9 points here. Just it seems the number seems right on to me in this one.
It looks all right on the number here, but you can actually get it up to 10. So now if you do your shopping with the Pistons, a plus 10 here against the Heat. I know, and you'll be able to watch this one at 7 Eastern time over on NBA League Pass channel. All right, now let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight, where you're doing really good work in the NHL, nearly 900 units of profit. That's all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, we got a few games up on the ice. We got those 4 games from the NBA. Huge college basketball card tonight. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I have a 5-pack with the best NBA, NHL, and college football, and 2 best college basketball bets of the day. So if you want to check that out, or if you're just into one sport, again, I have them sold individually as well. Or grab a long-term pass. Great time for that. 2-for-1 cappers. Pair me up with your other favorite capper, and get your best deals right there.
That's right, guys. I got a board here with El Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. 897 units of profit here in the NHL document. He's also showing nearly 300 units over 280 units of profit the past 7 days over at Pick Dogs Premium. If you want to get on board, he likes to call them his alpha bets. And tonight, El Ninos has a 5-pack going on over at Pick Dogs Premium. 18-4 NHL run and an 8-2 10-star NHL power play run right now. Doing well in NBA as well. So get his 5-pack, affordable pricing, just $40. Of course, you can take those winnings and tomorrow and upgrade to that long-term pass. Right now, early in the week, that 7-day all sports pass is a great value right now because we're coming up to Thanksgiving, a huge weekend of football, a lot of hoops tournaments going on. We even have college basketball on Thanksgiving day and night. So get that 7-day all sports pass, and with our 2-for-1 capper promotion, you can add a second capper, even greater value there. All right, Al, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll talk with you soon.
Always a pleasure, and always ready for the next one.
You got El Ninos here on the drive through. Let's continue on here with Chris Ruffalo. Join me here. And reminder, guys, if you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show, as we got James Clark will help us out here with the recap. Let's continue on here, and we're going to go ahead and welcome Shane Mickle to the fray here. You'll find Shane over at Pick Dogs Premium. Shane, what's going on?
How's it going tonight, guys?
It's going great. All right, here we go. 9:30 Eastern time as Arkansas will be facing Cincinnati. Razorbacks going to lay 5. Total sits at 142.
Yeah, there's no doubt that Cincinnati had a really nice victory over Illinois last night. Their defense was strong against the Illinois team that I don't know if it was they just had an off night, or maybe they're just a little overvalued coming into this season. But I think this is a big letdown spot for Cincinnati. Cincinnati's won a lot of games, but the thing I'm most concerned about is looking back on their schedule, a game against Georgia. They only won that game by 5 points. Now, Georgia is not a very good team at all. Right now, looking up, they're down 62-47 against Northwestern. And that's a big concern for me. Arkansas definitely has a better offense in this game. Even though Cincinnati has a good defense, I think Arkansas is going to be able to score at will in this game. I like Arkansas laying the points.
All right, we got Shane Mickle here, going to go here with the Arkansas Razorbacks, and he's got the Arkansas Razorbacks here laying the 5 against Cincinnati. All right, Chris, what say you here in this one?
Tony, I'm wondering if you think letdown spot is another vocabulary term that you think might be overused, but I agree with Shane on this one. I think that there is a bit of a letdown in store for Cincinnati after such a massive win. We've got to really see Illinois play as a top 25 team, but Arkansas just a really good team. They're really well coached, and I think they win this one by at least 7 or 8 points.
Shane, meter for me when you go early conference, especially in non-conference, when you're not playing really tough opponents, defense is what really I look at. And I'm seeing here with Cincinnati holding teams at 33%. Is this just with Cincinnati or the fact that they're playing teams that just can't shoot? Because that can be the case sometimes. Sometimes you can play defense by accident when you face these bad shooting teams.
Yeah, they've played a lighter schedule to start the season, for sure, and I think that's that's definitely a factor. And I think Arkansas is gonna have no problem in this game.
All right, Shane's on Arkansas laying the 5 here against Cincinnati. This one will have a start time of 9:30 Eastern time over on the ESPN networks. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs PM tonight. Good card tonight from college basketball. You're doing fantastic work in the NFL this year. 785 units of profit. Tonight we've got 4 from the NBA. We got a couple of action games going on as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, we got just one package tonight. It's got my 5 best plays. It's got it's got both those action games. My 2 best college basketball winners, and also 1 NBA winner. I do have a couple more plays up, but if you don't want those, you're gonna have to jump on something long term, and no better time than now to get on long term. I was talking to a couple of my buddies today, and I think this might be the best week of sports outside of the first week of March Madness. Daytime games, like you said, a big college football slate, NFL. Thursday and Sunday. So hop on that second 7-day pass, and that'll get you through the weekend with all those big games.
That's right, guys. Got on board here with Shane Mickle over at Pick Dogs Premium. He does have a 5-pack tonight, multi-sport 5-pack, affordable pricing, $34.95. If you want to try them out tonight, do that. But that 7-day all sports pass is situated right next to that multi-pack, and that's a pretty good value right now. You get all of Shane's plays here for 7 days. Get all his NFL, his college football. You see the numbers he's producing in the NFL this year. They've been fantastic. And, of course, they did fantastic work in the NBA the last couple of seasons, finishing number 1 last year, number 2 2 seasons ago. So you can get on board with that as well with the 7-day all sports pass. It's every play that Shane enters into Pick Dogs Premium, and he covers all the major sports. That 7-day pass is the way to go. All right, Shane, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you in a couple days.
Sounds good. Have a good night, guys.
All right, Shane Mickle here on the drive through. I'll continue here with our coverage. 2 games on Maction tonight. I know, one thing I noticed here when we get late in the season, we talk about teams that are bowl eligible, but be careful with the teams that have won 6 games already, especially from the MAC Conference, from the Mountain West, from the Sun Belt, and from Conference USA, because those teams really need to win 7. The reason why I say that, there's 82 bowl slots. We know there's going to be at least 76 bowl teams, but usually when we have more than 82 teams eligible for bowls, there are snubs. And those 4 conferences, Chris, get snubbed. So I think if you're sitting at 6 wins, you got to get to 7.
Yeah, that goes without question, because you look at how many, we'll say Power 5 teams are sitting on 6 or 7 wins, and by name brand alone, they'll get more respect than teams from like the MAC or the Sun Belt or what have you. So I agree. 7 I think is the group of 5 magic number. 6 is the Power 5 for bowl.
That's right. So be careful if you're hearing some information out there. If other sources you tune in, this team's bowl eligible. Be careful, because you want to get to 7 in a minor in mid majors, because those we've seen the MAC lose, have 2 teams. I've seen it many times. 2 of their 6-win teams get snubbed. We've seen it in conference Sun Belt. I've seen it in Conference USA. So they got, and the funny thing about it, the coaches already know this. The coaches know it. They know they got to get to 7 wins. So because they've experienced the snubbing, and they've seen it in their conference. So let's continue on here.
Yeah. Sorry, Tony, just one more thing, but I think it's also key to maybe keying on teams that, if you're getting a large amount of points, this is personally for me, if you're getting a large amount of points between two teams that have 5 wins going into the last game of the season, a lot of times you can maybe find some value there because both teams are going to need it. Both teams are probably going to throw everything at the wall to see what sticks. So definitely if you can get a ton of points, or I'd say at least a touchdown, you might want to be able to put that in your back pocket.
Yeah, those inconsistent teams that give you sometimes an A effort, a C effort, a B, a D, and F. Well, you're going to get their A effort. So that's when you really want to do it now when there's a bowl on the line. So keep an eye on that. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. And now it's time. Well, it's Chris Ruffalo, front and center. You have a game tonight you're going to give it out. So let's go ahead and bring up your game information. And we'll bring it up right now. Tonight we've got the Clippers here to host the Mavericks. The Clippers going to lay 3.5, total 210.5.
Yeah, Tony, my concern now is that whenever people see the word Mavericks under my face on our on the drive-thru, they're probably going to know where I'm going with this one. And, well, unfortunately, spoiler alert, tonight's no different. Now, the Mavericks, there's word that Luka Doncic could be coming back tonight. And, if he makes his return, that's all well and good because it'll all help the Mavericks, as much as possible going down the stretch, or at least over the course of the season. But, right now, you look at where the Mavericks were, even with Luka Doncic in the lineup, 9-7 straight up, but they were 1-6 against the spread this year as underdogs. They've been outscored by 1.9 points per 100 possessions, and they've lost all 7 of their games as underdogs outright this season, losing them by almost 15 points per game. The Clippers, they've cooled off a little bit from their hot run over the last couple of weeks, but definitely, I just don't think that Luka Doncic makes that much of a difference in his return. I think it's going to take him a little while to get back up to speed. And, we saw the Clippers take care of business against the Mavericks without Doncic. I think regardless if he goes in this one, the Clippers take care of business. I'm going to lay the points with the Clippers in this one.
All right, he's going to go ahead and lay the points here with the Clippers. Chris Ruffalo on the Clippers here laying, or he will be laying here the 3.5 with LA Clippers. And when we talk about this, and here's another thing that's overlooked. Well, it's hard to beat a team. Hard to beat a team. Tice. We've talked about this last year. We see a lot of times in these home and home series, teams win both of them because we see it in the playoffs, right? Teams go up 2-0.
Yeah. You see, not just 2-0, how many times have we seen a sweep? So it's not just like you're saying hard to beat them twice. You can beat them 4 times in a row and it wouldn't even make a difference. But yeah, when I hear that sometimes, I don't want to say I cringe a little bit, but I'm just like, yeah, but it happens all the time. It happens. And it's happened. We've seen it this year where not just the same team, but the same team in the same venue. I know we've had it a couple times where teams have played back-to-backs against each other in the same building, and sometimes we've seen a couple of upsets, at least a couple of covers back-to-back. Here's
the latest on Luka here. He told reporters that he'll work out prior to Tuesday's game, see how he feels, but he's officially listed as questionable. And here's the key. There's still a lot of pain. So if there's, that's the concern there. And it's not just the ankle. Now we're showing that's the knee as well. So that's even extra precaution there. So I even like that play even more here when I'm here. Unfortunately for Luka, it's also the knee. And fortunately for us bettors, we know it's also the knee. So that's a big concern here. So agreement here on the Clippers here laying the 3 against the Dallas Mavericks. And this one will be your TV game late night. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. Chris, well, tonight, we've got a good card tonight from college basketball. A lot of action in tournaments. We got the 4 from the NBA, a couple from action. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I think it's also worth noting, you guys might want to hop on that number as soon as possible because if Luka ends up being out, that line's probably going to jump at least 2 or 3 points. So definitely take advantage of that now while you still can. But for tonight, Pick Dogs Premium, I got my Tomahawk Tuesday. College Hoops 3-pack. We're going to posterize your book. Or we got my college football MAC play for tonight's action. Definitely 2 sets of plays that you might want to hop on because I think we're going to have a great night tonight. Or if you want to save yourself some money and get some extra plays for an extra, I believe, $25 for, as opposed to buying those 2 plays individually, you can get 3 days worth of plays. We're going to get you loaded this week, like Tony said earlier, absolutely loaded midweek, college hoops, college football, NFL, NBA, it's all across the board, but the week is where you're going to want to start to make your savings because, like I said, that's going to get you into Saturday where we had, I think Tony said, 45 college football games. We've got loaded college basketball cards with all these in-season tournaments going on, so definitely take advantage of all the savings as well as the season passes and or the 2-for-1 capper deal. You have also a Puck Dogs package with myself and Ron Zawacki. We're tearing up the ice right now, so definitely tons of options for you guys over at Pick Dogs Premium. Go and check them out.
Yeah, get that $70 sports pass for college football out there. We got 2 tonight, 2 on Thanksgiving, 16 on Friday, and 45 on Saturday. This is the best time to get that $70 sports pass. Don't forget those 3 NFL on Thursday. Only 2 teams on bye week, so we have a big card this week in the NFL. So that $70 sports pass is a great way to go. Every play Chris releases over at Pick Dogs for that 7-day period. Of course, he also caps college basketball, NBA, as well as NHL. Get on board with Chris Ruffalo's $7-day sports pass. Add a cent capper on that for 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, let's continue on with the show. Reminder, guys, if you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. Speaking of recap, Chris, where do we sit on our like goal?
Well, we've still got a bit of work to do, Tony. We've got 145 people watching, 77 likes. I said, guys, 175 likes. We did it yesterday, and we can do it again today. That'll get you that 4-team parlay, or at least 4 plays that you can take a look at for tonight's action. And we still got a bit of a ways to go. We still got some time, but still get those likes in now so that you don't have to worry about trying to get them in the last few seconds of the show. Tony doesn't like to pull out the Princeton offense unless absolutely necessary. So
that's right. But we got 2 good closers here. We got James and Rod Zawacky here. So I think I feel very confident that we don't have to go to the Princeton style offense. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's bring in one of the closers. That's James Clark. You find him over at Pick Dogs. James, what's going on?
Not much. How y'all tonight, guys?
Doing great. All right, here we go. NBA. All eyes here tonight, TNT, 7:30 Eastern Time. Lakers, no LeBron. We don't know about now. We're seeing some questions here about our man Anthony Davis, but you'll get into that a little later. At 7:30 Eastern Time, Lakers at the Knicks. Knicks up to 6.5, total 214.
Guys, look at this game. Both of these teams are struggling. You look at their last 10 games, both teams 4-6. Both teams turning the ball over. Not scoring a lot of points, both averaging, I think the Lakers 106 and the Knicks like 103. But, you look at this, you got some key stars out. Like Tony said, LeBron's out. And, you can't always predict what AD's going to do. But I don't think he's going to do much tonight.
Let me update you on his status because I got an update here on Anthony Davis. Davis' illness is a game-time decision. He woke up with a fever. He was downgraded from probable to questionable. He's dealing with flu-like symptoms. It's not COVID-related, so that's the word on Davis there.
All right, so that helps my pick even more. I didn't think Davis was going to play. I seen earlier that he was sick, and usually if Davis has got a sneeze, he's going to sit out, and that's what he's doing tonight. So I like the Knicks. I know they're missing Derrick Rose tonight, but I still like the Knicks core guys. Randall and Barrett. I look for them to take care of business tonight. The Lakers come to town. They want to put on a show for their fans. So I look for the Knicks to win this game by 7 or more points, guys. So like Chris said earlier about Luka Doncic not playing, the line going up. Well, if AD goes up, his line's definitely going to go up. So go hammer it now, guys, and let's get this win tonight.
All right, we got James here on the Knicks laying the points. The only thing that scares me a little bit there, Chris, is the fact that the Knicks style of play right now, they've been taking a lot of heat over the lack of defense. And if you look at their games, they've been a lot more defensive-minded and playing those lower-scoring games. They're holding teams defensive-wise, holding teams 105 points per 100 possessions here over the past 7, holding teams to 41% shooting. So how do you see this one?
Yeah, I tell you took the words out of my mouth. The Knicks sort of going back to basics from last year's team and playing lower scoring games, and I think that's what we're going to see here. I think this is the first 100 wins. The Lakers were playing lower scoring even with Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, and LeBron in the lineup, and I think that against the Knicks that wasn't going to change. And now that potentially you could be missing 2 of those pieces, one for sure in LeBron, but it makes me like the under even more in this one.
Yeah, and you got 2 defensive style coaches too. There with the Lakers and with the Knicks. I'll go back to James. You're concerned here about the pace of the game, and can there be enough of separation here? Can the Knicks get enough scoring here to get to that point?
Sorry about that.
All right.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
The thing about it is, I do look for this game to be low scoring, but I look for the Knicks to still cover. I look for like I said, 10-point win. Like I said, you're missing two of your key stars. What's the Westbrook's going to do? He's going to shoot 30 or 40 times, especially for by himself. And he ain't been playing as good as we thought he would come to LA. So I look for the Knicks to step up, and I do look for it to be a low-scoring game, but I still look for the Knicks to cover this number here.
And maybe challenge that for the Lakers. Maybe they get past 90, right? With this Westbrook shooting the ball, maybe he'll shoot the ball overshooting and having an inefficient shooting night like he has many times. Knicks laying the 6.5 against the Lakers. This one will have a start time of 7:30 Eastern time over on TNT. All right, James, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Spring, where you're doing fantastic work in college football. 831 units of profit. We got 2 from Maxon tonight. We got a big college basketball card as well. What do you have going on over at the site?
Guys, I got a 5-pack going on tonight. I got 1 college football game, 2 NBA, and 2 college basketball games, guys. Coming off of a little bump in the road yesterday, but that's a part of gambling. 3 missed foul shots, and we're looking at a 5-0 day yesterday instead of a 2-3 day. But that's part of it. But I look to go 5-0 tonight. With these 5 plays, got a lot of plays going on. A lot of college basketball and a little bit of NBA and a little bit of college. You're gonna have a lot of plays all week, guys. That weekly package is a good thing to get, as you see. Number 2 last year in the NBA. I'm number 3 right now, looking to move up, doing real good in college football. So, you go grab a week or, get the 5-pack or 3, 7, or 30 days. Or like I say, every time I'm on a show, guys, we got the best cappers in the world, and we do. So team me up with one of them, and we'll put some money in your pockets, fellas.
That's right, guys. Get aboard here with James Clark over at Pick Dog Premium. You see the numbers here, 831 units of profit. That's college football. That is fully documented over at Pick Dogs Premium, where James is doing fantastic work there at the site. He's also showing profit this year in the NBA, 631 units of profit. Now, he finished number 2 in the NBA last year in his first year documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. So James doing fantastic work. Get on board with James tonight. He's got that 5-pack money stack. His winners going on. 1 college football, a couple NBA, college basketball. Great deal there for $50. Or if you prefer that 7-day all sports pass, we're talking about it because there's a lot of action tonight. We talked about the 65 games on the card this week from college football, with 45 of them on the weekend. 2 tonight, 2 on Thursday. We got 16 on Friday. So that college football right now, we'll get that 7-day all sports pass. That'll guarantee you all the plays that James releases for week 13 in college football, week 12 NFL. Get all your turkey plays. We got college basketball, NBA as well. So 7-day all sports pass, definitely your best value with all these sports overlapping. All right, James, it's always great having your show. Continue that success. We'll talk to you a little later on the recap.
All right, Tony, I appreciate you having me on the show, buddy, and let's cash some tickets tonight, and good luck to everybody.
Good luck to everyone. James Clark here on the drive through. All right, we'll continue on, guys. If you miss any of our picks, we'll do a recap at the end of the show. And we also have for you, Chris has a 14 parlay. We need to get those 175 likes. Where do we sit?
Well, so we've got 176 watching now. So everybody, if everyone hits the like button once, we'll have that parlay for you. But we're at 126 right now, so you need about 50 more.
No, 50 more. I know who's good for 50. Rod Zawacky. So let's go ahead and bring in Rod right now over to the drive-thru. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's part of that morning crew. Rod, what's going on?
We're having a great day. Beautiful day. Still enjoying the fall weather. We had a little bit of snow and it warmed up again, so I can't complain. We don't have 20 feet of snow yet. It's not minus 30, so hey, not too bad. Can't complain.
No, can't complain at all. All right, here we go. We're going to the ice here at 7 Eastern time with the Lightning to host the Flyers. Lightning laying $1.70, total of 5.5.
Yeah, we look at this game tonight, and we got Carter hung in goal for the Flyers. And, we've seen some good heart. We've seen bad heart. See good heart tonight. 5-3 with a 2.2 goals against average with a nice 5 save percentage. Vasilevsky also to start tonight for the Tampa Bay Lightning. He's 8-3-3 on the season with a 2.38 goals against average with a nice .91 save percentage. percentage. And then I think he just plays solid, lights out goaltending at home. And I think that's a scoring battle on our hands because we're going to take the under. You look at the Flyers; they are 7-3 their last 10 to the under. Flyers are also 4-0 to the under in the last 4. You also look; they're 5-1 in their last 6 to the under, following a whole loss of 3 or more goals, which is what happened on Saturday. They got pounded at home, lost by 3 goals in that one. Then you look the last Tampa in the last 4th game in a 6th night situation. Tampa's also 6-1-2 their last 9 after scoring 5 goals or more in the previous game. Love the under. I think we got hard hitting, lower scoring on 1.5 goals in this one.
All right, Rod Zawacki here. Flyers, Tampa Lightning under 5.5. All right, Chris, I know you and Rod do videos over at Pick Dogs on NHL looking at this Flyers team, just averaging 2 goals on the road. They've gone under in their 5 of 7 games away from home.
Yeah, and I can tell you, Rod and I like talking about betting hockey just as much. And, this is kind of one of the ones I was looking at. I was looking at the under here. But, I'll ask Rod and Tony. I'll throw this to you as well if you have a take on it. But, Rod and I noticed these from our videos last year. It was like pulling teeth trying to find a total of 5.5. You would either see 6 or 6.5 last year. But now, 5.5s are popping up like dandelions everywhere. And it's like I'm just trying to figure out where it's coming from.
For me, it's coming from if you look way back, if you want to go even deeper, go way back to when Gretzky was playing hockey, and way back then it was averaging. The teams were scoring 8 goals a game. Way back when Gretzky was playing hockey, so you're easily seeing 7.5s and 8s in games. And now defenses have gotten also goaltending pads. If you look, they've gotten a lot bigger, and that's actually shrunk a little. Surprisingly, you look that next come down a little bit, and I think we're putting a little bit more protein in the milk because you're getting bigger goalies as well. If you look, so that's why the average goals a game is what they base this off of, and that's down. The average scoring in hockey games is definitely down, and that's why the number's down to 5.5. I think we had more last season with no fans in the stands. We had a little more scoring, and now I think that when games get tight and tough, I think that crowd gets the team going, and you get more on the power play, on the penalty kill. Just my take there.
Yeah,
I think scoring's down.
Little bursts of energy, maybe some injuries. I know Doughty was a scoring defenseman out here. We've seen some injuries around the league. We saw Vegas get hit with injuries as well.
Yeah, that too. Injuries are huge to the scoring. I think scoring's down. Pads are bigger.
Lightning had issues there with their health as well. So yeah. So Rod here on the Flyers, Lightning under 5.5. This one will have a start time of 7 Eastern time, NHL center ice package. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs. Look at you in the NHL this year. 1,468 units of profit. We got 3 from the hockey tonight. We've got 4 in the NBA. We got a big card from college basketball in prime time. What do you have going on over at the site?
That's me over at Pick Dogs Premium. If you just want college basketball, I've got my college basketball birdcage up there for you. I got my top 3 rim rockers for you to grab. Or it's Tantalizing Tuesday. And in that package, you'll get those 3 college basketball rim rockers, as well as you'll get my college football 10-star executive info play, as well as I've got 2 NHL roof jobs in there. Nothing like scoring a roof job goal on your bookie. And also got my NBA Total Crusher, which gives you all 7 best bets that I've got on the card tonight. Is your golden ticket to give your book a roof job and to rock their rim as we grab their cash. Jump aboard. Tantalizing Tuesday.
Tantalizing Tuesday. Cross-check your bookie, Rod Zawacky. Here, you see the numbers here in NHL. He's doing fantastic work. He's got his CBB birdcage up there. Tantalizing Tuesday action. Of course, go long-term with Rod. He has that 7-day all-sports pass to get all his plays for 7 days. NHL. Of course, the NFL is in play, as well as college basketball, college football. If you just want NHL coverage, he has his Cross-Check the Books NHL Season Pass, including playoffs for $400. Every play Rod releases now until the final game of the Stanley Cup Finals. $400 affordable pricing there over at Pick Dogs. All right, Rod, it's always great having you show, but you're also part of the morning crew, and your YouTube members, VIP. What a fantastic value.
Oh, great value there. Can't go wrong with that. Just follow the link below, and you'll get more premium plays. We give between me, Bittler, Joe, Matt, and Mitch. we give you one premium play on there every day. So there's 4 premium plays alone. Times that by 30 days a month. That's 120 premium plays for $100. And you also get the month worth of consensus included as well in that deal. So that's getting premium plays for like 50 between 50 and 75 cents. Because there's days that sometimes that we give away 2 premium plays. So you can't beat that value. Follow the link below and sign up. This week is the great week to do it because look how many sports we got going, and we have been smashing left and right in that thing. I swept mine yesterday. I went 3-0 in my VIP pick. So, and I know Bittler went 2-1. I think Joe Madden's been off fire. Easily get your $100 in value in like 2 days. So jump aboard. Can't go wrong.
Yeah, especially when you use that late information for those VIP picks. That's some solid plays right there. All right, Rod, have a great night. We'll talk with you in a couple of days. We'll tune in tomorrow morning for your show with the rest of the game.
Hey, thanks for having me, and we'll see you again on Friday. And just one more quick note. If you're looking to, if you think you can do this, you can beat one of us, become a capper. Join on over to Twitter and or Instagram and find the Pick Dogs post there where you can sign up and you become yourself a capper. It's the second year of the Become a Capper contest. Don't want to miss out. Starts December 1st. Still lots of time to jump aboard. And, hey, you never know. You can see you here on the drive-thru.
Absolutely,
So,
that's right.
Jump aboard.
Okay,
Jump aboard.
For the next Rod Zawacky, the next Chris Ruffalo, the next Mitch. Never know. We'll see you up there.
You never know, right? Definitely
Yeah.
jump aboard.
That's right. More information, guys. Sign up. You'll find out information on Twitter and Instagram. All right, Rod, have a great night. We'll talk in a couple of days. Rod Zawacky here on the drive. So let's continue with the coverage. Remember, the recaps come up soon. Where did we sit on our like goal, Chris?
I'm telling you, we're a handful of likes away. We got 170 likes. Like I said, guys, 175. So just about there. Just help us get us over the edge.
You know, that was going to say here, we had the right closers in. I knew James and Rod would get the job done. So let's continue on here on the drive-thru. My play tonight will come from a college basketball. Providence and Virginia here. Providence laying 2. Total sits at 121. I'm going to take Providence Friars. I like what I'm seeing from this team here with Coach Cooley. Mitch talked a lot about him on the show, but when he's got experienced players, they do come through for him. And there's one thing to note here with Virginia. Virginia's the opposite. They're an inexperienced team. You know, they have only one starter back from last year, and with Tony Bennett's style, it really remains to be seen how many quality transfers really want to play his style. When you look over at the Providence team, 4 starters back from last year. They're shooting the ball well, 50% from a 4, 37% from 3. I remember that team he had a few years ago when he had all 5 starters back and they shot their way into the tournament. I think this team has a possibility of doing that as well. Their defense is holding up. They're holding teams to 40%, 33% from beyond the arc. But the Cavaliers, a cold shooting team, just 40% from the floor, 33% from beyond the arc. And, I'm sorry, that's 40% from the floor, 29% from beyond the arc. And you know what? The Friars have been strong scoring and defending inside along with grabbing rebounds defensively. Look at the Cavaliers, an 8-point loss to Navy. Remember, Alex Smart was on Navy in that game. And not only did Navy cover, they actually beat Virginia. And then they lose by 20 to Houston. A Houston team here that's going down to the wire against Wisconsin down 3 with 50 seconds remaining. The 3-point defense and rebounding also an issue here for Virginia. I'm going to go ahead and lay the 2 here with Providence, Chris.
Tony, I couldn't agree with you more. I like Providence as well. Like I said, I like the depth, or like you said, I like the depth that Providence is sporting. I think Ed Cooley's got a dress shirt company. Their stock's going up 500%. He's already sweat through 3 of them, and the game hasn't even started yet. But I think that Providence is just really well coached. I don't think Ed Cooley gets enough respect for how good of a coach I think he actually is. Tony Bennett, fantastic defensive coach, but at a certain point, the defense can only take you so far. You can only win so many games by scoring 50 points. I think this is where we're going to start to see the demise of Virginia, and I think they're still a tournament team, but I don't think the threat for a national championship is as much there anymore. I like Providence as well.
That elite level, and that's where it's going to be tough with that style to get the recruits in. That's going to be tough, and the transfers. Now with these transfers coming in, they're going to say, hey, you want to make the NBA? Well, you're going to play for a team that scores 50 points a game. You're going to see too many scouts over there, right? So Providence laying the 2. This one will be over on ESPN with a start time of 7:30 Eastern time. Guys, I have a 3-pack right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. I got my best plays tonight from college basketball and as well as college football. A 3-pack right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also part of the promotion with my 3, 7, $30 sports pass. Guys, those long-term passes the way to go right now with all these sports overlapping. You can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper motion, even greater value there. You can add Rod, Chris, James Clark, Ninos, Shane Mickel. So good time with Alex Smart as well. So good time to get on board with the 2-for-1 capper promotion over at Pick Dogs Premium. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru here. Join with Chris. Oh, Chris, where do we sit with our like goal?
Tony, we're there. We're at 185 likes. We've got that 4-leg parlay coming for everyone.
4-leg parlay from Chris. All right, let's get to the recap. We started off with Alex Smart, Denver Nuggets plus 6.5 against Portland. Tony Brown was on UCLA plus 7 against Gonzaga. Al Ninos, Pistons plus 9 against the Heat. Shane was on Arkansas laying the 5 against Cincinnati. Chris was on the Clippers laying 3.5 against the Mavericks. James Clark says Knicks laying 6.5 here against the Lakers. Rod was on Flyers Lightning under 5.5. Yours truly on Providence laying the 2 against Virginia. We'll start with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Oh man, Tony, I think you saved the best for last. I got to go with you with the Providence laying the bucket against Virginia. I think Providence just a stronger team in this one.
All right, let's go over to James. James, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I gotta go with Chris's pick here with the Clippers. I look for the Clippers to come out and dominate this game. I don't look for Doncic to play. He may, but I don't look for him to play, and I look for the Clippers to come out and dominate.
I look the same way. I'm there with Chris on the Clippers laying 3.5. All right, Chris, it's time for your 4-leg parlay.
All right, we'll get these out quick. So I believe a couple of them are tipping off at 7. So let's. You're going to take the Kansas State Wildcats plus the points for me. Illinois, yes, they're a ranked team. They just haven't played like it this season. I think Kansas State just not getting enough respect. I think this team that can definitely keep Illinois within double digits here. So we'll take Kansas State plus the points. We're going to take Delaware minus the points against Fordham. I was on Akron. Fordham blew them out of the water, held them to 43 points, won by 20. But I think this is a bit of an overreaction. I think Delaware, just a far better shooting team. It got Dylan Painter coming in from Belmont. He is going to make this Delaware offense really go. And they're just a far better free throw shooting team. If you're going to take Delaware laying the points, I like the over in Gonzaga, UCLA, 2 fast-paced teams. I could easily see this one getting into the 160s, where both teams, score into the 80s. And we're going to take Northern Colorado, laying the 4 against San Jose State. San Jose State starting to look like the old San Jose State team that was really struggling over the years. And Northern Colorado, well, they don't let you shoot outside, which is San Jose State's strength. Inside the 2-point arc, they're 299th in the country shooting this season. I think Northern Colorado stifles San Jose State and wins this one by at least 5. So that's going to be your 4 legs. You can, like I said, play them individually, round robin them, or play them as a parlay. It's going to be Delaware laying the points, Kansas State plus the points, over in Gonzaga, UCLA, and Northern Colorado laying the points.
There you go, from Chris Ruffalo with his 4-legged parlay. All right, that'll do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Be sure to tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll have 8 cappers booked on the show, giving out live free sports picks for the games beginning in prime time. Don't forget, it all gets started with that morning show. Tomorrow will be 11 a.m. Eastern Time with Mitch and the crew. And, of course, that YouTube members VIP. Follow the link below, and let's get signed up. All right, let's bring in our crew for tonight. We'll wave good night to everyone. Have yourself a great night.